In this video, I'm going to show you how to set up a backboard or a headboard for the Sana Sleep Divan bed. Slightly unexpected. I only got 2 bolts when I expected 4, but you do get 4 of these screws or bolts. You also get these 2 stems where you attach the bedboard, and of course you get the headboard itself, right? So if you look at your headboard, if you lay it back facing up, you can see there are some perforated holes in the dust sheet already. I can tell you where the bolts go, okay? And those are for these screws, and therefore affixing the stem to the backboard. So if you put the backboard in this manner, make sure that the flat bit there is up against the bed to get a nice flat. Let me just do it this way. You can see that the curved bit is outside, the flat bit is on the backboard. And then here, instead of, you get the hole, which tells you where the top one goes, but here you get a bit of a, what do you call this? A line. And what that does is it gives it flexibility, right? So one of these bolts goes like this. That's a fixed location, but then it gives you flexibility depending on where the headboard hole is, right? So what that does is it gives a flexibility to use this stem with different boards, right? Because not all boards are exactly accurate in the same place. So, okay, so you screw those in, So as you can see, both are securely fastened. Now I've just got to install the bolts on the bed itself. You notice that the hole location here isn't perforated or indicated. I think the reason behind that is that some people might want to use the divan bed without a headboard for whatever reason, and they might not want a hole showing in their bed. This is the reason that I can think of. I can't think of any other reason why, but they're actually easy to find. If you just look at the upper part of the bed here, you can see where the wood is, and if you just run your finger along the side, it's pretty obvious, right? You see it there. Okay, there's some sort of thing here, but that's not it. That's just the edge of the bed itself. The hole is here, and there's only one for this particular bed. There isn't one down here. So you expect it to only use one of these, which is why you only have one per side, only 2, right? So you probably need to puncture a hole in there somehow with something. I'm just going to use a pair of scissors to puncture a little hole there, like so. There you go. Okay, so I've punctured that with a pair of scissors. Okay, and then you can see that that fits perfectly now. These 2. Okay, it's got a 2. Now, when you do this, what you want to do, of course, is leave a little bit of a gap so that you can actually slide in the legs of the headboard, right? So I'll just do a little bit in there. Okay. And I just go do the other one. All right, now you can see that they're both done, not all the way in. I've left a little bit of a gap to slide the headboard. Another thing to consider is when you slide in the headboard, you want to consider how far up you put it, depending on how big your mattress is or how thick the mattress is, right? So I'm just going to go ahead and it's advisable to actually have the mattress on the bed while you do this, so that it gives you an idea of how thick the mattress is. So basically you do that, should align perfectly, and then you screw that in, but it has to be all the way in, otherwise this would tip forward like this because there's only one bolt. So it needs to be tighter than usual. I don't know why there's only one bolt on this, to be honest. It's so much better with 2 bolts. But it is what it is.